So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate a paper type analyzer. So this paper type analyzer is going to use a photoresistor to collect the data of the resistance before and after the paper is put up on the photoresistor, and to analyze whether if this paper is a print paper or is a sketch paper, which is thicker than the print paper. So how this works is the Raspberry Pi will collect the data from the photoresistor, and it will pass the data to Azure IoT Hub. And Azure IoT Hub will send the device message to my desktop. And on my desktop, it's going to pass through a machine learning model to analyze, to predict whether if the paper is sketch paper or print paper. Now I'm going to run the file. So what I'm going to run now is the receive message.py, which is on my desktop. Once I run the file, it will start to receive data from the IoT Hub. Let's see the terminal now. Okay, it's running, waiting for the C to D message. Press Ctrl and C to exit. So now it's waiting for the IoT Hub to send the message. And now I'm going to run the pushData.py, which is from the Raspberry Pi. Once I start to run this file, it start to collect the photoresistor data and pass the photoresistor data to IoT Hub. And once it passes to IoT Hub, the IoT Hub will send this data automatically to my device, to my desktop. Okay, now I've run it. You can see here it says press enter to continue. Once I press enter, it will collect the light sensor data. Okay, so now let's collect some data. Okay, so there are two data we need to collect. One is the photoresistance, it's the resistance before the paper is covered on the sensor, and one is the resistance of the photoresistor after the paper covered the sensor. Okay, so now let's start. I'm going to collect data. Okay. Okay, now we collect the data. Let's see what happens. Okay, so on the Raspberry Pi terminal, it says sending message 0, put your paper on. Once I put my paper on, once this message popped up, I put my paper on. And what happened in the other side, in my desktop side, it receives the message from the IoT Hub, and after it passed through the machine learning, it says your tested paper type is print paper, which means it predicts correctly. Okay, now let's test the sketch paper. Okay, now it's a sketch paper. I'm going to press enter on my desktop. Okay, I'll put my paper on. Okay, so now I've finished collecting the sketch paper data, and let's see the result. It says your tested paper type is sketch paper, so it match our result.